So, as is kind of the case in a lot of RPGs, they're going to throw us right into a mission here right after character creation. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and get right off to a good start here. As I recall, there's some VO in this early sections of the game, so I'll try not to talk over that so you guys can hear it. That was one of the things that was recently added in this newer build of the game.
Subject now ready for anesthetization.
Anesthetization started.
Prepare cortex replacement.
Cortex prepared. The command unit will be pleased.
Hush, we should not discuss this.
Do not speak of the command unit out of turn. What is wrong with you? Do you want to get erased?
Malfunction in anesthetization unit. We need to abort.
Patient is regaining consciousness. Administer anesthetic manually.
Let me... What are you... I'm sorry. Please, lie down. You were in an accident. Everything will be okay. No. No! Put that thing away.
No, stay down, you...
Oh. What are you doing? Please, stay back. This is all a misunderstanding. Ah!
Yeah, your misunderstanding was that you were
Finally,
still
I get
alive.
through to you. What happened? Why are all these guys dead? Never mind. Get out of there before security catches you.
Why are all these guys dead? Video games. That's why.
Where am I?
An underground research facility. You were heavily sedated. You're probably feeling a little out of it. Focus on my voice, and I'll guide you through.
What do I do?
Look for a way to open the door. There must be a button nearby.
Alright, so now we're into UI proper here, and first thing we're going to see that we can do is we can actually rotate the camera by 90 degrees with the Q and E keys, which is handy for being able to spot things you need to spot. Should also note that you can scroll with WASD or by going to the edge of the screen, which is nice. I believe there's actually a preference also that will let you scroll by clicking and dragging with the left mouse button, but I don't have that enabled for the purposes of this. I think it's probably best to just stick with the defaults. So we're going to go ahead and click this. And you can see our guy
Great.
will move.
Now, move along quickly. We need to get you out of here.
To the extent that he needs to move to hit the switch. Now basically movement in this is kind of your typical two-stage turn-based movement where you can move twice per turn if you move within walking range, but if you move within sprinting range, your whole turn is consumed by movement. So basically if you want to move and then still have the ability to take an action, say like firing a weapon or something like that, you're going to want to move within walking range. But for our purposes here, let's go ahead and boogie on out of this area.
Take him out. Don't think. Just do it.
Video games! Alright, so there's our enemy. And you can see if I hover over the enemy, it's going to give me some information about him. And as you can see there, by shooting him, I've got him down to about half health. And take another shot here.
Good work. Now, open that door over there. You can't go through the hallway.
So you may have noticed that these characters have some questionable accents to them. It's probably worth mentioning that this game is actually set in Boston, in future Boston. So I guess that's meant to be like future Boston accent.
Subject is in augmentation room 3. Repeat, we have the subject in sight.
Watch out! They have guns!
Yeah, they do.
I'll need to take them out.
Yeah, you will.
Flank them to get a better shot.
I'm gonna. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's like you read my mind. So first move I think we're gonna make here is to get to cover.
Good. You're in cover now. They'll have a harder time hitting you, but you're not in a good position to attack.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fine.
remember.
Keep moving. Try to flank them.
Yeah. So for our next, now of course, us being in cover helped us avoid taking any damage there, but we are going to need to get to cover.
See? You do remember how to pick your spots. Now you have a clear line of fire on them. Take them out.
She's very enthusiastic about the prospect of us killing these people, which is somewhat disturbing, but I'm still gonna do it. So I think what I'm gonna do for there's really no need for me to move up. I'm still getting a let's see.
Nice. Good to see that at least your instincts are awake.
Okay, so now we can go ahead and move out of here. Let's go ahead and rotate our view so we can get a better look at that exit zone.
See, that wasn't so hard. How's that head of yours? Anything coming back yet?
I think so. I was going to meet this Smedley about a job.
Pretty sure not the H1Z1 guy, just going out on a limb. Alright, so we completed that mission, got some karma for doing so, and now we get to proceed to 4 weeks earlier. Flashback! Alright, so as you can see in good adventure game fashion, or good RPG fashion, there's a character with a question mark over their head, so we should probably talk to him, eh?
Are you Smedley?
Mr. Pembrenton to you.
Apologies, Mr. Pembreton. Our mutual acquaintance RC told me to get in touch with you.
Notice the slight issue with alignment of the character. They should probably put something in there to make the character face the guy they're talking to for these cutscenes. But details.
I'm just messing with you. Everyone around here calls me Smedley. Just because a chummer recommended you doesn't mean you get special treatment, though.
Not expecting any. RC said I might be of use to you.
Did he now? Well, here's how it works. You get an advance on your first job, which I will recoup against your earnings if you're successful. I suggest you use it to buy yourself some gear.
And if I fail the job?
Then your worries are beyond material goods.
Got it. I need the dough, so I'm in.
Here's your advance. Check back with me when you're ready to talk business.
Alright, so we got some scratch to buy some stuff with, so let's go ahead and do that. And this gives us a good opportunity to kind of investigate the area that we're in. And chat up some of these NPCs.
Hey there.
Hey, stranger. Word's out you're trying to get in with Smedley. That's prime. We can use some more hands to hold our ground. They call me Bozeman. Pleased to meet you.
Word sure travels fast. Is he the one calling the shots around here?
Well, I sure wouldn't want to piss him off if you catch my drift. My drones sometimes do a bit of recon around the sprawl for him, so if you have time, I may have the odd run for you.
I thought Smedley was the local fixer. Are you moonlighting?
What? No. But a dwarf's got to make a living, so I take care of the little stuff.
Uh-huh.
Money's money. I'll drop by next time I'm free.
So another potential quest giver there. So not all of the characters are voiced. For example, this one is not, but you can still have some pretty interesting interactions with them. I do like how the rest of the world kind of goes on in the background behind you while you're having these conversations. It kind of gives it a nice sense of time passing. Like you'll notice things like searchlights panning around or other characters moving around in the background as you're doing these interactions, which I think is a nice touch. Trying to remember any of these actually have dialogue. Or VO, I should say. So this lady's sort of like a high-end arms dealer. We'll just kind of click through this stuff, but she has in her inventory a bunch of pretty good weapons that we can't actually afford at the moment. But one interesting thing that I've noticed is it seems like each character starts with a bunch of different clothing options. And while none of these clothes are worth particularly a lot, it seems as though one thing you could do would be to pick the outfit you actually want to wear, and then sell off the rest of this stuff to maybe get some extra money. I don't know that that would actually be enough money to do anything particularly useful, but it gives you some options anyway. I mean, I guess one thing we can do while we're kind of lurking around this alleyway here is set up our guy in a easy to view position, and then look at maybe modifying his outfit a little bit. As you can see, like here's all the different stuff that I am currently equipped with, and I'm operating under the assumption that every time you make a new character, they get all of these options to start with. It's kind of weird to me that they don't just let you pick your outfit in character customization or character creation and then just have you have that stuff when you start the game. Like it's kind of weird that you start the game with all these different clothings and such. But I guess that's a way to handle it. So let me look at the upper body options here. Let's see what we got. That's pretty cool. Actually, let's just run through all of these. What says ex-cop of these choices? Maybe that one. I'm thinking that maybe this is just this way because the game isn't actually done. Like maybe they're just trying to do all of this different stuff so people can see it and kind of comment on it. I have to imagine that in the final game, you would pick one outfit to start with, and then that would be all you would have in your inventory at the beginning of the game. But I like the stop sign. That's kind of funny. Okay, yeah, I think I liked, where was that one? I think I kind of like that. That kind of works for me. Somehow that's kind of screams ex future cop. Let's see. Let's look at our beards again too. I feel like the full beards are not really working for this character. Not in love with it. I guess of the choices available to us, maybe that's the best. And let's see what else we got here to pick from. Oh, weird. It's like it changed our upper body when we went off of that. There we go. I guess we have to like commit to that change for it to actually take effect. I guess that's the issue there. See. Oh yeah, we have to equip it. That's right. That's right. Let's go with beard. Go back to the walrus. Equip that. And then what's our undershirt situation? Let's go with the black tee. Let's see what our other choices are real quick. Nice. Very nice. Alright, yeah, let's go with the black tee. Let's see. What kind of glove situation do we got here? That looks a little too street thug. Yeah, not really a fan of any of those choices versus what we already have. I think we'll just stick with that. And then maybe some combat boots. And let's see. There we go. Some nice cyber cop jeans. How about that? This is a weird looking dude, man. Very weird looking dude. Okay. I think that's good enough for now. So you get the idea. There's some basic customization options, not a whole ton, but enough to at least let you get your basic kind of flavor of your character down. And again, if you're playing from this zoomed out view, you're not necessarily going to, you know, notice those details that much anyway. Like it really depends on how far out you bring the camera, honestly. Let's go ahead and talk to these other NPCs and remind myself of what they all do. Oh yeah, so this guy's a clothing vendor. He doesn't have any actual VO. But I believe... Yeah, I believe he just has all the same clothing options that we already have on our character, which is what leads me to believe that in the actual game you'll just pick one outfit to start and then you have to buy the other ones if you want them. Go ahead and talk to this guy. This is interesting. The last time I played through this... Oh no, okay, so I got a different camera angle on this interaction last time, so I didn't get to see the other guy sitting there. But basically, these
You
guys
are
like
watching
the neighborhood watch.
Sup, chumma? You're new around here, ain't you? Me and the boys look out for the neighborhood. Stay away from any heat, and we'll get along wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Sure, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so then we got the doc here acting as a healer. It looks like you can right-click and drag the view around. I just kind of did it instinctively, which is kind of good to know. I don't believe the doc has any VO. This guy's got spells and stuff. Yeah, no VO for him. He's got the same clothing that the other guy had. Bunch of basic weapons. And some consumables. Looks like everybody's charging about... Oh, actually, he seems to be charging significantly less for these frag grenades. Actually, I'm gonna... Oh wait, no, that's what I'm carrying, I see. Gotcha. I was gonna say that didn't make sense. Alright, now that makes more sense. Okay, so he's got high-end weps. Alright. So he's got some buffs, it looks like. I'm not too worried about that, at least not for this first mission. So there's another little, like, flavor thing happening down here where, like, if you go and talk to these NPCs, there's, like, a little drama playing out between them where, like, these two ladies were gonna go to the baseball game with this guy, and, like, there's, like, 3 different versions of what's going on between them, depending on who you talk to. They've all kind of got their own sort of version of what's going on. I'm just gonna go through this dialogue just in case it ends up mattering later. But basically the gist of it is the one was dating this guy and ended up getting spurned by him, and she thinks it's because he wanted to be with her girlfriend instead, and he tells you that that's not actually the case, that guys threatened him because of there's going to be like a interspecies kind of thing. So there's like a real question of where the truth lies in these 3 kind of versions of this story. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little setup. Like, I don't know if that will actually end up playing out or being meaningful, but kind of neat. Little flavor kind of thing to have in the area. There's another vendor talking about how we're going to cause trouble in the area and how they kind of don't care, basically. I just kind of want to do all these interactions.
What's a girl like you doing here?
In a wretched hive of villainy like this? Yeah, Ome. I've heard it all. Save your breath. If you want to talk business, come back.
I usually work alone. You don't exactly look like muscle for hire to me.
Wow. It's amazing how it's always the most perceptive ones that end up here. I ride the waves of the grid like no one else. If you ever manage to snag a job where you actually need Matrix support, come see me.
Keep that in mind. Is there any place I can stock up on some gear?
Just look around. The Leather District Market is famous for its wide range of services. Guns, knives, magic. We have it all.
Smedley has some pull with the locals, I take it.
Let's say we all owe him in some way, and you'll want to stay on his good side.
Is he connected?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Got a slot. I have a few things to do.
I get it. We don't talk about this. See you around.
So I think that's a yes to Smedley being connected. We're gonna go out on a limb and say that. Alright, so I'm gonna save the conversation with Payday because I know that's gonna come up later. So let's go ahead and talk over here. This is just basically another vendor who has a dispute with the other dwarf who we talked to earlier. Wants to convince you that you should do business with them instead. Let's see what their wares are like. Not really a lot of options there. But it looks like a couple unique things versus what other people have. So something to keep in mind when we get a little more money. And I think that's pretty much going to do it for this starting area in terms of interactions. That kind of gives you an idea of the basic kind of lay of the land. You know, you've got vendors, you've got a little bit of social drama taking place down here, which may or may not end up becoming an issue later. And then you've got vendors over here, and then this guy who we'll talk to once we talk to Smedley again.
Back already? Did you even have a look around?
If you've seen one alley, you've seen them all.
Oh, I see. That actually isn't my guy. I thought my guy was there putting his back to them, but I think I was just covered up by another player the first time we came here. So that makes sense now.
It has its charms, I tell you. Now, ready for the first assignment?
I'm ready.
Fair enough. The task I could use your kind assistance with is of a problem-solving nature.
I assume the problem is with someone?
Spot on, my friend. An upstart gang called the Dragon Slayers has been expanding their territory in the rocks, and in the process have inconvenienced a number of upstanding citizens.
And this concerns you why?
Well, some of those citizens are my distributors, and trouble is bad for their business. I need a message sent to the Slayers.
Back off my turf or else. Got it.
Not quite the words I would have chosen, but I am sure they will get the gist of it.
I'll report back when I'm done.
I admire your efficiency, but not quite so fast. I want you to take an associate of mine with you. Goes by the moniker Payday. He's a concerned citizen as well.
A babysitter? You don't trust me to handle this on my own?
Consider it friendly support from my side in this endeavor.
I usually work alone.
Trust me, Payday is a very useful gentleman. You will come to appreciate him.
You're the boss, you call the shots, just point me to where I need to be.
So we have an agreement. Please make sure you bring back my associate. I would consider this mission a failure should any mishap befall him. Oh, and I have arranged transport to the rocks. Just mention my name.
You won't be disappointed.
All right. So that basically gets us to a point where we can go out on this first mission, but let's go ahead and talk to Payday before we do that. Let's get a little bit of that flavor text. I believe this has VO as well.
You look like someone who knows what he's doing.
Only when someone is picking up the tab. You need muscle? I'm your man.
Finally, someone who speaks my language. What are your skills?
I can blow holes in most people. Or punch holes, if you prefer.
Oh, I do.
Whiz. RC told me you worked for Smedley before?
I did. Knew him back when he was still called Boom.
Interesting nickname.
So, what can you tell me about him?
Boom? Used to be a Shadowrunner. He got out of the business while he still had all his extremities intact and started to work as a fixer. He's really well connected.
I think someone mentioned the Irish mob.
I've never seen him with any mobster, but he's the one who knows everyone.
Good to know. Thanks.
All right. So that should do it. All right, let's head on out into the mission. Shall we? Yes, let's shall. Okay, so basically you get this sort of world map that you can pick destinations from, but as you can see, we've conveniently got this mission marker telling us basically exactly where we need to go. Let's go ahead and jump in. So I believe this is where you would actually get to invite additional people into your party. So if, for example, I wanted to play with up to 3 friends on this mission, I think I would have the ability to actually bring them in on this screen before I jump in here to do this. And that's actually super cool to me because one of my big sort of complaints or issues with a lot of multiplayer, especially a lot of co-op games, is you have to jump through so many hoops usually to actually be able to play with your friends, which is kind of what you want to do if you're trying to play a co-op game anyway. And actually, when I first saw the initial builds of this game and they had things like random matchmaking and stuff like that in place, I was a little bit concerned that maybe they weren't going to get to this point. But it really seems like either they've turned things around or finally gotten to a point in development where they have like the friends list support and stuff that you would want from a game like this. And so now it seems like they've gotten to the point where it's going to be real easy to play missions on the fly, either solo or with friends, kind of as you go. And I think that's definitely a smart way and a cool way to handle this. So definitely looking forward to trying this out with some people. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump in to this solo. I mean, we've got Payday helping us. How hard could it be? Alright, so we have to take out all of the gangsters in the market.
So I guess this is it.
You've done this before, right?
Sure. Sort of.
I can't believe Smedley stuck me with a newbie. Just don't go chicken shit on me when heads come off.
I won't, sir. Sir,
I
yes,
can handle
sir.
myself.
Alright, so as I was saying before, you've basically got 2-stage movement to work with, where if I move up here within the blue, I can still take an action. If I were to say, spot an enemy over here, it would be to my advantage to maybe come to this cover spot and then still be able to shoot them. Whereas if I move out here, I might still be able to end up in cover, but I also won't be able to react to anything that I might see. So my general kind of rule of thumb in games like this is to basically proceed with caution until indicated otherwise. So I'm actually going to just move up here to this cover spot and see what that reveals. Alright, we got some gnarly stuff here, but no apparent enemies, at least nothing anywhere close to me. So that's a good sign that it's probably cool for me to move up. So I will do that. And then Payday can probably do something similar on his end of things. Let's go ahead and put him to cover by this vehicle.
If you have trouble hitting them, get closer.
Good advice. Alright, so now the way that the combat in this works is if you shoot, that ends your turn. So if you do want to move, you're going to want to move before you actually take your shot. Now, these guys are in pretty decent position relative to me. One thing I might look at doing, though, is positioning myself on this side of the pole so we're kind of pincing them between us. Since I have a little movement to work with, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And see, that gives me a 100% shot on this guy. So that's going to basically guarantee that I hit him. So that was a good move. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good times. Okay, so we're going to move our other boy over here, keep him in cover. And with 89%, that's looking like a pretty likely kill shot. Alright.
You want to flank them if you can. Shooting into cover is usually just a waste of bullets. Always try to go around.
Good advice again. Alright, so we had guys taking shots at us from over here. Let's see if we can actually see them. They must have some kind of long... Oh, there they are. Yeah. So it looks like we might be able to get them from behind this hydrant. The hydrant doesn't really offer any cover, so that's kind of pointless. I think we just want to get over here far enough over so that we're on their flank. And it looks like this square is going to be our best option for that. And that greatly improves our hit percentage. Unfortunately not enough to kill him, but hopefully Payday can help us out in that regard. Let's see where his sprint ends. So on this side it's not going to be close enough, but it looks like he can come up to this corner and take a shot. Go ahead and do that. And with an 89, that looks like a good percentage. Alright. Finished him off nicely. So let's look at moving ourselves into a good advancement position. Don't really want to stand out in the middle of the street if I can help it. Let's maybe look at going to this cover point. No obvious enemies there. Let's go ahead and move to cover behind this truck SUV looking thing. And I think we can pretty safely move Payday up as well to a similar position. Alright. So we definitely want to keep advancing, but we want to do so in a way that seems defensible. See about moving up here.
Payday. See that boarded up door? Kick that in, we can flank them.
Alright. So it looks like this is the door in question. So it's the demolish ability. Now my guy actually has that plus 10% to demolish. So I'm kind of curious to see if he could actually take that shot and do anything there. These guys are a little bit far away for me to be shooting at. Let's see if I can do anything here.
Hey, the Slayers left a little gift for us too. We should pick that up. Find us keepers and all.
Nice.
Smedley won't mind?
Direct, no. As long as we get the job done.
Oh look, things to kill. Let's be sure we do that. Okay, so that's 100% shot here. And 100% shot here. Okay, I think I'm gonna have you go in here. Grab that, because why not? And then we've got this guy over here, 85%. I'll take it. And let's see. Take a look at the angle here. Anything else in this area for me to pick up or interact with? Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and move up. A little more interesting. Oh, there we go. Only 44%, but I might as well take the shot. Alright, that's cool. Let's get into position here. Our flanking shot. Yeah, that cover is not going to let that happen, but that's okay. Because Payday can definitely make his move over to here with a nice 85%er from the flank.
You can tell Smedley we're done. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Oh, he knows already. He's waiting for you to return to him.
Would have been easier if those guys didn't have time to prepare for us.
Ooh, somebody knows something's up. Somebody knows something's up. Alright, so we're actually going to have to move to a square that we can reach and then wait a turn to actually get out of here. Ta-da! Mission success. Mad karma. Good times. So I think it's time to call out Smedley on his BS. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Welcome back, Chummer. Jolly good show you put on there.
Thanks. Strange how they seemed to know we were coming. Almost like someone warned them.
Yes, peculiar. But you handled yourself well, I am told. So here's the other half of the fee.
Don't tell me you did not set this up. This was a test, right? You lied to me.
I might have announced to their leadership that they could expect a physical response from me. I do need to make it known I am a man of my word.
And you used me as an expendable asset?
I believe that is the job description of a Shadowrunner, but I was confident that you could handle the heat.
Well, I can. What now?
Now I know your abilities under pressure, and you graduate from my personal Shadowrunner preschool. Come see me again if you want big boy work.
Oh, what a diss. He's a smartass. Alright. Pay me my money. Give me my monies. Alright, so I think that's a pretty good introduction actually to the game, and I feel like that serves as a good little introduction / tutorial and kind of a good way to kick you off and get you kind of interested in what's going on in the game world and such. So I definitely appreciate the way that was handled. Let's go ahead and talk to these other folks. So looks like we got some new dialogue options based on completing that mission. So you probably noticed that last time I very purposely went around and talked to everyone who I could talk to, and so now you know that anybody who's got a thought bubble has something new to say, pretty much. So let's go ahead and talk to these folks and see what we can find out, shall we? See what Payday has to say.
Hey, Payday. That was a good run we had there.
I've had worse. Yes.
The Slayers are up in their game, it seems. They're all over the rocks now.
Then maybe we have to be more impressive next time around.
I hear ya.
Alright. Tough guys, not sad about rolling with us, so that's good.
Hey,
I hear we might be working together soon.
anything I need to know?
Apart from the fact that I'm awesome?
Apart from the fact that I only have your word to go on for that.
Ha! I can act pretty much anything, as long as it's got a circuit. A lot of people are paranoid these days, and actually offline their systems.
You mean disconnect them from the tricks?
Yeah, it's rude. Usually you can reconnect easily enough, but you have to do it in the flesh, which is exactly the reason for people like you.
So I get to push a button and you do the rest.
That's the idea. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I can tell. We're gonna have a lot of fun. See what this guy's up to. Little cautionary tale there. And it doesn't seem like there's any new dialogue for these guys. It does seem like the doc has something to say though, so let's head over there. Pretty good auto pathing there, just being able to click where you want to go and basically end up there. Alright. Let's see what kind of monies we have. Yeah, I still don't feel like I'm at the point where I need to really worry too much about spells and buffs and stuff. Like, at least in that first mission, I felt pretty competent. Not gonna sweat that stuff until we get a little deeper in, I think. Let's talk to the doc. Lovely. Yeah, I forgot to talk to him the first time. Alright, let's see what the neighborhood watch is up to.
Oi, Buster, what's the news?
Those Slayers are still making trouble. The whole rocks is like on fire. Make sure to get some backup for your team.
Can you recommend someone?
There are a couple of guys around here looking for work. Just call them when you need runners to fill up your team.
Alright. Good to know. Let's go talk to the clothier. Nice. Polymer spray. So did he actually give us some there? Let's see. Check our inventory real quick. Oop, wrong button. Alright. So we have a frag grenade in our inventory and we have a medical kit. Go ahead and equip the grenade. I have a feeling like we'll probably need that at some point. Go ahead and equip the med kit too. And then looks like armor is its own separate slot. So let's see about getting some armor from that dude. What it might cost us to do that. Okay, so the polymer coating doesn't give us an HP bonus, but it does give us 3 physical armor for 1100 or 5 physical armor and -1 movement for the same. I don't think I want to hurt my movement, so let's go ahead and take the regular polymer. Go ahead and buy that. I think it auto-equipped it, but let's check. Yeah. Did it? There we go. So it said it equipped it, but I guess that meant it just went into our inventory. But I think we actually have it now. So that gives us 3 physical armor, which is better than 0 physical armor, I'm thinking. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to some more people. Oh man, sounds like bad news. So let's see, what does she have on offer as far as weapons go? Nothing I can afford. So I think we'll be trying to make do with what we have for at least a little longer. At least I have that grenade if things get too dicey. I guess we should see what's up with these other people too while we're at it. See if she's still trying to find herself. Yeah. I have a feeling that's going to lead to something later, but for now, not too much.
Hey, Bozeman.
Sup, chumma?
Not much. Heading into the rocks, it seems.
My drones report a lot of heat over in the rocks. Gangers are causing a lot of static. Better watch yourself.
Will do.
Nice. Nothing we didn't know, but, you know, good flavor text anyway. I think that's about it for new dialogue. Could maybe look at a weapon upgrade here at some point, but I think for now, we'll probably just go ahead and take this next mission.
Back so soon? Ready for another job?
I am. What have you got?
Well, our encounter with the Dragon Slayers did not seem to have sufficiently impressed them. The riots in the rocks continue.
You want me to clean them out again?
No, things like that get old fast. I want to know why they are expanding so aggressively. I need more intel.
Maybe grab one of their lieutenants, make them talk.
I was thinking of something a bit more thorough. You will raid one of their locations and get on-site access to their data stores.
You mean grab their hardware?
Nothing quite so crude. Perhaps you have met Jane, a very talented young lady who has an innate gift of communicating with all things technological.
A babysitting job for a technomancer. I can do that.
Not just that. Since the Dragon Slayers are both backward and paranoid, their critical systems will be disconnected from the net.
Now I get it. We need to get close enough to hack into it.
And there I was thinking I had wasted perfectly good Nuyen on a simple mind. I suggest you hire some help. There are always miscreants around looking for work.
Payday isn't available?
He is needed for another assignment. Also, you should choose team members based on what works best for you. I trust your judgment in this.
I'll look at the hired help hanging around. Anything else?
Don't forget to have fun.
Nice. So I would think this would be where you would really benefit from having friends to play with, because I'm sure you could take NPCs in here without too much trouble, but it would be, you know, neat to play this mission with other people, I'm sure. Let's see if we can find hired gun. There was somebody over here who had stats on him. Yeah, this guy. That's weird. All of a sudden my scrolling at the edge of the screen stopped working. Or why? Not sure if that was supposed to trigger something when I clicked on him and it didn't, and that's why it's freaking out. Or what the deal is there, but it seems like I'm kind of locked in. Let's see if we leave. There we go. Feels like we kind of got locked in there to something. I'm not sure exactly what caused that. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we're supposed to interact with these guys. I mean, I'm assuming that this guy standing here all this time is some sort of NPC who I could hire. Because I can't imagine a player just standing there idle like that. And they also don't have their name over them, which leads me to believe that they're, not an actual person. I can't imagine that they would remove the ability to have a party of NPCs from the online game. And in fact, I remember playing in earlier versions of this where I was controlling multiple characters in missions. So I know that that's possible, or at least it used to be. But I'm a little bit confused as to why that's not triggering. Well, at least it seems like if I go in here and talk to another NPC, I can get camera control back, so that's something. But let's see, how might I actually recruit somebody else to help me out here? I mean, I didn't really see... Oh wait, how about this guy? See if they're interactable. Nope. How about this guy? Nope. Yeah, it's weird. I would assume that the guys who have stats on them are people who I could hire. I mean, that would just make sense. Let me try to talk to this guy. If he has any more insight into how that's done. He was the one who first mentioned it. Yeah, no more dialogue for them. Let's see. I'd rather have another gunner than another hacker. This guy does some pretty stout damage as well. It's like there's a an option here that I'm missing. Like just clicking on these guys doesn't seem to bring up any kind of dialogue or anything. Definitely does something though, because as soon as I try to interact with them, I lose my ability to move the camera. But I'm just not seeing anything on the screen here indicating an ability to hire them. It's almost like something is supposed to be coming up when I click on them and isn't, for whatever reason. Wonder if that's a bug. How I would imagine this would work is you would click on the guy and you would have the ability to hire them for a mission or something like that. But it's just not happening, and the cursor doesn't change. Clicking on them definitely triggers something because it's locking the camera, preventing it from moving. Very strange. I can't even rotate it. And the only way to get out of that seems to be to go talk to one of these other NPCs. I can't rotate the camera normally anyway. But this is weird. I mean, I could try to go do this mission on my own, but I have a feeling I'm probably meant to take at least one person with me to help. Otherwise, I could end up in serious trouble. I wonder if maybe just by going and starting the mission, I get the opportunity to hire people at that point. Like maybe this is just showing me the people who are currently available to be hired. I don't know. I don't know. Have they got anything to say? No, not really. This guy doesn't have anything to say either. Alright, well, let's try to queue up for the mission and see what my options are on that screen. Maybe I'll get the chance to hire somebody then. Ah, okay, here we go. So I can hire henchmen. Okay, there's actually quite a few to pick from, so that's cool. Alright, so... Oh, I guess I could see their stats on the previous screen, and then that would let me determine who I wanted ahead of time. I see. Okay. Alright. Now let's see. Who looks like they would be helpful? He's got a shotgun. A guy with a shotgun never hurts. Okay, so I can actually see his full stats here. That's good. I'll go ahead and bring him on board. Okay, it looks like I only need one other person to do this. Okay, cool. Let's see if this actually works the way I think it does. Okay, I gotta get to the access point and protect Jane while she hacks the system. Hack the system! Hack the system! Alright, let's do this.
I need to get to a hardwired access point to download. Keep your eyes peeled.
What about that console over there?
That's the access control for the door.
Oh, right.
Mook.
Look out. These turrets are well armored and pack a punch. I can bypass their armor with my hacking attacks and take them out. Your combat display will tell you if enemies are armored and against which types of attack.
Alright. Okay, so this is going to be my move. It looks like we want to Alright, she has to survive. Cool. Alright, let's head over here. See what we can see. Get into some cover. Okay, we don't see anybody over there, that's good. Go ahead and bounce up here. Alright, so it looks like we're pretty cool. We can bring her up. Yeah. And let's see. Stuns an enemy for 1 round. Cool. Does not require line of sight. Also cool. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and bring her over here. And then our little henchman guy. So we'll bring him over here for now. Okay, so let's see what I can see if I move up. Alright. So she was saying those turrets are bad news. I guess I can try to shoot at it and see what it does. I mean, I have an 85% chance to hit. And I'm going to go ahead and move her up. See what she can do. Her specials. Cool. So I think that thing just got nerfed. Pretty alright. Let's go ahead and bring our boy in here to cover us. Oh, here comes an enemy. Enemies! Okay, so she fried that thing. That's cool. Only 14% from that distance, but I can move up into a cover spot. Let's see if this improves our odds. 35, that's like a 1 in 3. But it doesn't look like I have line of sight, so that's not gonna do. We'll just kind of hang out here, I guess, for a turn. Do I have any abilities or anything? Oh, maybe I could toss a grenade. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's grenade him. Aw, you terrible. You're terrible. How do you miss that? Boo. Alright. Let's go ahead and move her into his old cover spot. And see about using her ability. So what can she do? Marking the target really doesn't help me very much. See if this will work. Alright. This guy is not going to be able to hit much with that shotgun from that side, I don't think. I think what we probably need to do is cover this other side, make sure we don't get snuck up on from behind. That thing's bad news, I'm sure. Go ahead and get behind this pole. Yeah, let's go ahead and get behind this pole just in case that turret decides to get frisky. Okay, so maybe I should have marked that guy, because then when he would have moved, I could have seen where he actually moved to. Oh wait, is that him over there? And so it's weird that I don't like automatically have line of sight on those guys, because he's standing right there. Get how that's not a shot. A little bit confused by that. Let me take a step over here. Saying I can't move there. I wonder why. Am I like stunned or something? It's P. And it says I have all my hit points. I'm not sure what a P means. Aside from paralyzed or something. Like I can't seem to move or do anything. Not sure what that means. Okay, there we go. I switched to my weapon. Okay, so I was out of grenades, so I had to switch back to the rifle. That at least makes sense. I guess I could try the salvo ability. But I mean, 85%, I should hit him just fine. Now let's try it. That hurt him pretty good, but not good enough. Let's see if she can hit him from here. That he definitely didn't like that, whatever that was. Her innate ability clearly is just as effective on people as it is on robots. So that's good to know. We've got a switch over here. Wonder if my guy should go for that switch. That might shut those bots down. Or it might do something horrifying. Kind of don't know what the switch is for. Oh, I see. There's something there to take. See if we can get a better look at that. Nah, not really. I guess go grab that. Uh-oh. Somebody wants to fire at us? Not cool. I'm assuming that was this guy down here. Yeah, okay, so we'll just run up and point blank him, because that's really our best move. Give him the business. And she can come get him from the other side, from cover, so we don't jeopardize her any more than we need to. Oh yeah, man, she wrecks people. Cool. Alright, so this guy, he can do all sorts of things, but I don't think he wants to get too close to those turrets. He can help it. Oh, it looks like he may have disabled them, or maybe he just doesn't have line of sight on them anymore. Let's go ahead and take a peek out here. See what he can see. Okay, yeah, they're still totally there, which one would expect. Yeah, let's go ahead and retreat back to thing. Oh, too far. Okay, well, let's retreat back to here. Put ourselves in a better position. Okay, so those guys are down. Let's look at getting where we want to get her onto that hacking terminal. Yeah, let's get her into position on that terminal. And then this guy can kind of chillax for a turn, I'd say. Is there a way I can just sort of pass my turn here without actually doing anything? End turn. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move over here. And just chill. I wonder if I can select her directly. Yeah, it looks like I can. So it looks like I don't actually have to wait for their turns to come up. I can actually do them in whatever order I want, it seems.
Port is open. Sifting data.
Hurry up. A bunch of these drackheads just showed up to the party.
Okay, I assume she's hacking. Yeah, I assume she's hacking, so we just don't move her. Let's go ahead and see what these guys are up to. Actually don't see any enemies. So let's go ahead and go to this cover just in case. She's already doing her thing. Select our other guy. I mean, I think these positions are pretty good. Let's just end the turn and see what happens. Oh, I see. We've got another kind of button here that we could hit. And maybe we'll have him do that.
Dragon Slayers. Let's waste them.
I like your enthusiasm. Alright. So this would have probably been a good time for that grenade, had I not wasted that earlier. But, looks like I can take a shot at that guy, 64. So let's do that. And should probably have her continue to hack. Looks like she's still doing her thing. I'm gonna assume that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. And we're gonna have this guy coming back up, our main dude. In case things get sketchy. It doesn't look like I can do anything else with this guy this turn. Ow, quit it. Okay, looks like she's done hacking, so that's good. Now we just need to smoke these guys. Let's see, can she hit this guy back here? Yes. Ah. Looks like he took some damage, but not enough. That's okay, though. That might be enough for this guy to finish him. Finish him. Oh, to the face.
Dreck. The data was easy enough to decrypt, but this is mostly payroll data. Can't these gangers use a central server?
The Dragon Slayers have a payroll? That seems uncharacteristically organized.
Nice.
Don't act so surprised. If you want to run a gang, you need some business sense.
Any idea on who this businessman is?
Businesswoman goes by the name of Luna.
Can't wait to get acquainted. So we need to look for another access point then.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Although I think that one guy is actually still up. He just needs to be finished off, I think. Yeah. So let's see if I move into here. Let me take that shot. No? What's going on there? Is he dead? He's got 2 of 8. Why can't I finish him off? I feel like I should be able to finish him off. Let's see if this slash will work. There we go. That'll do it. Okay, so that. And then we're gonna get around behind that guy. Give him the business. Oh man, not good. Did not see that guy coming. Alright, we've got a bit of a problem here. Bit of a problem. Oh, I see. My gun's messed up. Okay, I gotta reload it. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so let me get to cover. And go ahead and reload. Alright, cool. That's that. You, I should probably get further away from, in case this goes poorly. Let's see, let's get behind you. And behind some cover, how about that? And then take the shot. And then this cat can I guess we'll reload and then take the shot. Ow, quit it. Okay. I'm not really a fan of what you're doing. Probably want to put a stop to that. And let's go ahead and... There you go. Okay, good times, good times. We're down to 4 out of 15 for Brutus on the hit points, so that's not good. Main guy's nicked, and my hacker chick is pretty hurt as well, so definitely gonna have to be careful. Definitely gonna have to be careful here. Wonder if there's another terminal around here somewhere. I guess we should move up and let her take a crack at the turrets. I'm assuming that the other terminal is going to be on the other side of this area. We're going to have to go past the turrets to get to it. So let's see what we can see. Okay. And then we're going to bring... Oh, we'll just go ahead and end that turn. Okay. I'm going to bring our boy up here. Get her up here. Do you have a shot at him from there? Let's see. Only 20%, but better than nothing. Oh, it actually took him out. That's awesome. Alright, cool. Now my boy can probably move over here. Can spot anything interesting over here? Doesn't look like it yet. Gotta take that other turret out before I move him up too much or more. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Let's let her do her thing first. Cook that thing. It doesn't look like that hit. So I can probably move him up into cover. Since that other one's down. Let's go ahead and move him up into this cover spot. And we're just gonna move these guys up so they don't have to move so much once the turrets are down. I've had sufficient cover, so that didn't hurt me too badly. It doesn't look like they actually hit me. Need to get her up into firing position on that thing. Let's see. Looks like this is as close as I can safely get. Still being in cover. If you can fry that. There we go. Poof. That's the business. And it looks like there's the other terminal. As expected. So let's go ahead and move into cover. Enemies here. No obvious enemies. Let's take a better cover position in case some enemies show up. Let's move our boy in here. No enemies there. Let's take a better cover position to cover her advance. Alright. Go ahead and move her up to the hack point. Get her hack started ASAP. These guys can just focus on protecting her. Get her going.
A worm has been uploaded. Give it a bit of time to unlock the data.
Hope it won't take too long.
Okay, so we're good there. I think we're actually in pretty good shape as far as our positioning goes. Let's just bring our guy back here in case things get sketchy. Don't want to get ambushed. Okay, here comes some enemies. What do we got here? We got that guy over there. 34 to hit. Can definitely improve that. Let's go ahead and move him up. Take that shot. So the thing I'm a little unclear on is whether or not her hacking will be interrupted if I move her. Because I ideally would like her to move to a different position and not be so exposed. But I really honestly don't know if that'll screw up the hacking. And if all she did was upload something, then she theoretically should be able to move, but I'm not sure how strict it is about that sort of thing. Let's see if this guy can take out the enemy, in which case it might be somewhat of a moot point. We'll go ahead and put him into this cover, and him take a shot. Well, let's try an experiment. Let's try and move her and see if it hurts anything. I know that was only a 3% chance, but I figured, why not? Okay. That's not so good. My guys are getting surrounded here. Let's go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead and hit you. And let's go ahead and... Oh, he needs to reload. Fair enough. 80% looks good. Cool.
I'm pretty sure this is what we're looking for. It's heavily encrypted, though. I need to take it back home. Finishing download now.
Can we get out of here?
All for it.
Okay, so we got to get back to that spot. Let's see how we doing. Everybody's... Oh, no, everybody's not okay. Everybody is the opposite of okay. That is a shame my henchman just died there. He deserved better. I will avenge you. Sorry, henchman. Is there any way I can, like, help you? Doesn't look like it. I wonder if I could medical kit the henchman before he, like, bleeds out. Or is he, like, dead? Let's go ahead and get her moving in the correct direction. Yeah, we gotta bug out of here. I'm gonna do that fairly quickly. Go ahead and put her somewhere where she can see but not be exposed. Need to see, is there any way Could I, like, use my medical kit maybe on him? No. No, it looks like he's just dead. That's unfortunate. Actually, I should probably use that medical kit on her. Either one of us is in particularly great shape, though. Well, we'll hold out as long as we can without using the medical kit and see how things go. See any enemies? Let's go ahead and run up to this corner. And bring her in behind him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this could be bad. This could definitely be bad. Alright, you're done. Yeah, I thought she might be immune, or that creature might be immune. Not good, not good, not good. Okay, oh man, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. Alright, we need to kill him where he hurts her. And then she needs to get over here and vaporize this guy's brain. Alright, hopefully the dog... Oh no. Oh, she's dead. I was gonna say hopefully they won't get to her. Ah. So interestingly, it looks like that was a fail back to this area. Now if I go back to the cab, could I go and do that mission again if I wanted to, or if I completely failed it? Okay, so it looks like it's kind of like a Prince of Persia type thing, right? Where it's like, oh, if you fail, you just try again, and it's as if that never happened. So that's probably a good thing, at least while I'm still learning what I'm doing. It's good to know that we can actually attempt that again, if we so desire. But now that I have a better idea of how this all works, I feel like I could definitely nail that mission on a second attempt, and especially understanding her power and how it works or doesn't work versus certain enemies, I feel like that's going to be pretty easy to pull off on a second attempt. But given the time, it's about time for me to call it a day as far as streaming goes. So what we'll probably do is just save that mission for the next time we stream this, and we'll just kind of pick up where we left off from there. Maybe look at getting some help from another player if possible. That could be way more interesting to play that with somebody else instead of having to take the NPC. So yeah, see how that goes. But for now, I think that's enough of Shadowrun Chronicles for now. I think it gives you a pretty good idea of what the game is all about and whether or not it might be interesting to you. As I said before, this game is still very much in early access on Steam. It used to be called Shadowrun Online. Now it's called Shadowrun Chronicles. Boston Lockdown, I believe, is the full name of it. And I think it's shaping up pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with the development of the game that I've seen so far. It feels like this is going to be something that I'm going to have a lot of fun with over the next several weeks or months as the game gets finished up and polished, and I continue to mess with it. It's definitely the sort of game that I really like, so it's going to be real easy for me to like it. And from what I've seen so far, it seems like they're nailing all like the really key points that make a game like this good. So as long as they can keep on the path that they're on and keep refining things and polishing them and completing the game, I think they're off to a really good start from what I've seen here. So good times.